Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Yogi Hamm. I'm Yogi Hamm. This is my garage, Slamming Ham Studios. Today I'm going to be talking about one... Today? Why'd I say it like that? Today? Anyhow, today we're going to be talking about... We're going to talk about one of my favorite authors, or one of my favorite writers. He did a lot of horror. People don't like the way I say horror, because it sounds like I'm saying whore. I'm not, though. H-O-R-R-O-R. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyhow, so here's what happened. He wrote mostly horror back in, and so I really got into his books, because I read that King filler for a while, and I just too much too overly descriptive sometimes, and that's just my opinion. I ain't saying, you can think different. I lost my taste for what he was putting out. I ain't care for it. Nothing against him or nothing like that. Robert R. McCammon, I read one of his books, boy. I don't even remember which one I read first. Because there's a bunch of them. Anyway, if I'm in the market for one of them, remember that guy in that movie Highlander? That dude, that actor, Clancy Brown? Yeah, I'd like to meet that fella. And you know what? When I go up Ohio, I'm staying like 40 minutes from where he at, or where he lived, where he's from. Like to run into him somewhere and say, hey, Kurgan, yeah, all right. Like that. But that'd be cool for good. But anyway, I'm in the market. Remember he played that Kurgan dude had that armor? And that helmet looked like some kind of monster skull. Had them jaws with the teeth in them, stuff like that. And then that big mane of fur, like a damn mohawk almost, kind of. But it's just big old skull. I don't want a helmet like that. I'm in the market, and I don't want one of them. I was going to tell y'all, hey, keep an eye out for them, because I want one. I told you in a video or two ago, if I get one of them, I'm wearing that everywhere, to the A&P, down through the fruit aisle, down through the vegetable aisle, and back by the milk case. I'm wearing that thing all over. Post office. I might not better wear it in there. I bet they're packing. They might think it's a bro. I ain't wearing it in there. Everywhere else I go, though, boy, whoo, look out, I'm wearing it. But it can't be one of them cheap-ass styrofoam and plastic. I ain't looking for that. I'm looking for a real one. Even if it's just like hard resin kind of plastic, that real hard kind. Yeah, I'd look at that. I'd take a look at that. But, yeah, let's, what is that, Shannon? Oh, it's part of my patio roof got a hole in it from one of them storms where the wind lifted up and popped it out of the screw. So there's a broken spot right there, a hole, and the sun shining right through. Oh, why did I do that? What did I think was going to happen? Anyway, let's get back to the Arthur guy. Robert R. McCammon, that's his name. He's born July 17th, 1952. He's 73. But I'm going to name a few because it gave me so much joy and give you so much joy. Give me joy for giving y'all some new stuff to read that you might not have known about. If you've already read them, good job. But if you ain't read him or you ain't ever heard of him, I envy you, because you're going to be reading some of this stuff for the first time. I loved him. I envy you for that. wish I could just wipe them off my blackboard up there in my head and go watch him again fresh out of the chute. Not knowing nothing. Whoo, them books was good. I've read a couple of them several times. I'm going to tell you which ones in a little bit. But anyhow, there's still a bunch of his I ain't got to, because he got out of it for a while. And I think I caught up, but then when he came back and started writing again, I hadn't read any of them. And I'm real curious. I got some catching up to do. But anyway, let me tell you some of the books that you should go read. Get a pen and a piece of paper and write these down so you don't have to keep going back. And then you find them books and you read the hell out of them. And you know what? None of his been turned into a damn movie yet. And the ones I'm going to tell you about, they done made a hell of a damn movie, boy. Every one of them good, and they all got good endings, too. Not like somebody. Anyhow, so there, like I said, there's a bunch I ain't got to yet. Here's them songs. The first one is a collection of his short stories. And there's some messed up stuff in there, man. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy knows how to write a scary ass story, boy. Yeah, it's called Blue World. And it's got a bunch of short stories, different titles and stuff, and then there's I think the longest short story in there is called Blue World. I like it. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Would have made a hell of a movie, all of them. But anyhow, I think, is that the one that, where'd that come from? I'm going to have to research that before I say anything. I don't want to take you down the wrong road you don't want to be on. All right, so next one is about aliens coming down. That one's called Stinger. Because, and I may have this confused with another book, so I probably shouldn't say nothing, but I think it's the one where when people see it, the closest their mind can come to form them, give it a form, is a damn scorpion. It's got that stinger up there like that. I think that's why it's called that. I could be confusing that though, so maybe go read that and just forget what I told you. Another one about vampires called They Thirst. That's a good one. I like that. Vampires in Los Angeles. It don't work out too good for a lot of people. Go watch that. I'll go read that. The Night Boat. Oh, The Night Boat is a damn good. That'd be a movie. That'd be a damn good movie. That's about this feller. He was in a boat accident when storm come up and took his boat down and his wife and kid. And he somehow survived, and now he blamed himself, so he had to get away. And he left the United States and went down to the Bahamas. I think it was the Bahamas. And so he started doing like he had a little boat, and he did like charter fishing stuff, and he had a little hut on the island. And on the other side of the island, it was still more like a native tribe still lived there doing mostly the old same ways, but they used a few modern things, but mostly it was a tribe like they used to be. And so this feller, he decides he's going to take his boat out and go scuba diving after a storm, because that's when stuff gets kicked up out of the sand. Yeah. And so he goes down there and finds this pipe, and he starts trying to move the sand, and all of a sudden something moves, and he realized it was a damn depth charge. And he tries swimming away, and it rolls over the edge, and right, because he was digging around right at the edge where it just drops off into infinity. And so he's trying to swim away, and kaboom! That depth charge hit the right depth and blowed the hell up. And it dislodged the Nazi submarine. And guess what? The natives from back in the when that sub was going around terrorizing the island, the natives put a voodoo curse on it, and when it got caught and sunk, them fellers couldn't die. So they been down there, because I think the book's like from the 80s. But you gotta go, ooh, you gotta go read that one. I shouldn't, I went too long on that because we got a bunch more. The Night Boat, but that should have been a movie right there. So, Bethany's Sin was a good one. Go, Bethany's Sin, write that down. Bethany Sin. Swan Song. Swan Song about in like a nuclear damn holocaust. They launched us, we launched them, and then next thing you know, everything's radiated and look gross, and everybody's out to take what everybody else has got. And it's dog eat dog and crazy ass. There's a scene where these survivors wander into this, like it was a Kmart, and they're like, what's going on? And then the door's locked behind them, and then the speaker comes on, they're like, woo, we got new contestants. Hope you can make it to the back of the store. Let it begin. And then people start trying to get them with chainsaws and swords and spears and stuff like that. And they have to try to fight their way back and make it. And if they get to the back, they let them go. I don't think they would have. But anyway, that's a good one right there about that little girl trying to bring humanity back. Her name's Swan. That's why it's called Swan Song. Wolfsire. Wolfsire, boy. That's about a double agent in WW2. And he's Russian, but he's working for the British intelligence. And he's over there trying to infiltrate the Nazis. Get in there. And he's a werewolf too. Did I say that already? Yeah, he's a werewolf. Good Ace. That'd make a great Ace. It bounces back from when he was a kid and how he got to be a werewolf and the people he lived with way in the forest in an ancient temple. And about all that. And but it bounces back from when he's a kid growing up to back to normal time when he's trying to get in there to get them Nazis. He's rolling, clawing Nazis' neck out. But that's a good one, real good, and good movie making, or even a little mini series would be even better. Boys Life, but the murder mystery. And the main character is this little kid on break from school, but he thinks he knows something, a secret. And he gets tangled up in it, and there's some supernatural stuff happening in there, but that's a little side thing. It ain't the main focus. Another one, Gone South. Gone South, there's a jacked up damn, there's a bounty hunter. Well, there's this fella who's out of work, and he's going to lose his truck, and if he don't have his truck, he's a carpenter. If he loses his truck, he can't haul his tools around, he can't get a job. And something happens, and he's on the run, boy. And then they send a bounty hunter after him. And this guy's got like a mouth right here and a little skinny arm that'll come out reaching for you. Reach in and give him a cracker, and he'll put it in that mouth. So he's doing bounty hunting instead of being in some show, on the side, this sideway. But And his boss makes him take a new guy out to train him, and the guy's a damn Elvis impersonator. Yeah, he's an Elvis impersonator. Dresses like Elvis all the time. He don't, even on the job, and dude said, you can't go around like that. But this is all good. And then he had a little dog named Mama. And they have to go chasing this fella, and he keeps going farther and farther south into the swamps, into the, on those little private islands where nobody goes. And then they're chasing him down there, and there's drug dealers that are back there hiding and stuff. Ooh, good Ace. That's a good Ace. That make a good Ace movie, too. Don't sell. There's a bunch I hadn't got to, but that's Robert R. McCammon. Those are the books I told you to go look at. You go look at them. Here's a song. The song's called How Long? It's from 1974, and the band is called Ace. Now, sometimes when you put that in YouTube, it'll come up, but there'll be a picture of that damn Kiss guy, that Ace Frehley, The song's by a band called Ace. It don't have nothing to do with no damn Ace Frehley. Don't fall for that bullshit on the YouTube. Somebody didn't do the damn homework. They heard Ace, okay. Put a picture of Ace on there. Stupid. Okay, hey, what's up in the comments if you want to? We'll talk about something like old buddies. Other than that, bye.